back, fuckers. Nick's not here. Nick's sick again. So, it's me and him. Might get a little off the rails. Stay tuned till the end.
Next the counterbalance.
Who knows where this shit's going to go? This is going to get fucking dark.
Could go down a lane that Nick usually prevents.
Yeah, no, this could fucking... It can go anywhere. It's going to get bad quick.
Could go far right. Could go...
I'll talk about Trump for an hour. I don't care. This is where you guys want it to go. You wanted this.
The comments are blowing up.
Yeah, the comments are blowing up on TikTok. I'm getting in fights with people. People are yelling at me.
Doing anything?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, I couldn't help it.
I know you couldn't. That's why I stopped fighting.
Yeah, and then...
I realized you were asking me as a formality.
I have to ask you before I do this,
like,
but...
I'm going to run this by you, but I will be doing this later.
I was doing it when... I was typing out the comments when we were doing the sheets.
Yeah.
Check out the Rock Black Adam video. That's a good one, but...
Probably saw it in the podcast already.
Yeah, no.
You're all listeners.
No, this is dumb fuck asked where Egypt was. I told him the Middle East, and then a bunch of other people started chiming in. It's in Africa!
Yeah, the African part that's in the Middle East.
Yeah, they fucking speak... They speak Egyptian Arabic.
There you go.
Basically the Middle East. And then some dude tried to argue with me saying that the Rock's half black, and it's still not Egyptian, so... But then
I think the only thing you could cross over there is like Nubian. I think that's like the old word for like black African. So you could maybe get
Nubian?
away. I think you could get away with that, but like to say black is like, well, clearly they're not.
That's the old school way to say black African, which is crazy because
I don't know what
Nibiru is the planet.
Well, that's not.
Listen, I'm just saying,
There's a hip hop group called Brand Nubian. Relating to Nubia, its people or their language.
Brand Nubian.
Yeah. Brand Nubian.
That's funny.
Ethno-linguistic group. And then there's...
Oh, okay, I get that.
There's Adriatic was a word for a while, too. I only know that because of Big Daddy Kane.
Adriatic?
King Adriatic, nobody equal.
Damn.
It's Kane.
Well, there is the Adriatic Sea.
So I think that's like how they refer to like those people. It's like black people from that part of Africa or whatever.
I got you. Where is the Adriatic Sea?
I think it's just like the
It's in Africa?
southwestern coast of Africa.
Is it? I thought it was by like...
You're thinking of the Aegean Sea, I think.
It's not by like the Bal... Hey... Yeah.
So I don't get why he was called that then. I always just assumed it was over there. Why would he be Adriatic? It's probably
Maybe he's like Sicilian.
Maybe he's a wop. Hey, I'm just picking my flat top.
You just found out where your family's from in Sicily.
Yeah, you know what my aunt says when I asked her? I'm like, hey, do you know, like, because my great-grandparents that I grew up with, like, in my house, this is their kid.
In New York?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, do you know, like, where... did she ever talk about, like, where she grew up? Like, I know she did to me, but I was little. And it's not my...
I don't remember that shit.
It's not my mom where, like, you care to figure... It's like grandma, it's like a story. So I was wondering, like, did she ever talk to you about that? And she goes, yeah, and she tells me the town. And then before I could say thanks and peace out, she goes... I would have loved to taken her there when there was still time. And it's like...
Your mom said that?
No,
your aunt.
Yeah, about her mom.
Yeah.
And I was like, oof. Well... And it's one of those things where I'm like, well, I don't know why you didn't. Like, you're made of money. I'm not to be mean, but, like, she said it as if, like... Oh, yeah.
Well off.
She lives in Westchester, New York, which is where the X-Men are from. In that big mansion.
Yeah. Jesus.
Lives on a golf course.
Really? That's nice. I'd be sneaking on the golf course daily. I'd be so goddamn good at golf.
I sledded down it as a kid once. That was
really
fun. Yeah, because the perimeter of it was all hills to get into it.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, a lot of white trash days in.
Oh,
like my dad's sister was married to a lawyer and just lives again Huntington, Long Island. Money.
Are those the ones that live next to J-Lo?
Though that's their mom. But
Zach's very well off.
my entire like New York side of the family
Hence why
made money, and then like I have other family that's like normal. Like, I have a couple doctors, but like reasonable. How like people are, but then like those fuckers, like you start getting into like Long Island lawyer money, and like
yeah, that's like that's fucking.
It's
My dad was a lawyer. His dad before him was a lawyer.
It gets gross fast. The J-Lo people, that guy is like, he was like a surgeon, and then he opened up those kidney dialysis places. So he's got money like coming in forever.
That's what my buddy's dad did. That's why he's fucking shit rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro. Like, she laid that on me, and I was like, well, I don't know why you didn't. I don't know why you're putting this on me to be like.
I don't know what's going on. This isn't my. I'm sorry. I just want research for the pod. That's all I'm doing here.
Like, listen, I'm trying to make that. I'm trying to go, name drop.
Yeah.
They're like, what was her maiden name by chance? Let me throw that around.
Yeah. No, that'll be fun on the European tour.
Yeah, European vacation style.
Yeah. Big Ben, Parliament.
Have to rewatch that before going. Get my references tight.
That'll be on the plane. Jesus.
I am confused about this Adriatic Sea business.
The only reason I knew it was up here is because I think Bronson has a thing where he was like, I jump in the Adriatic Sea or some shit.
Man's Albanian, right?
Yeah, and that's like right over there. What's up, Kane? That's Segura bit.
Yeah. He ended up having him on the podcast, and you can see like Segura doesn't usually get like starstruck by people, but he's like, holy shit, it's fucking Big Daddy Kane.
That's Big Daddy Kane right there. That's crazy. So I like when he had Scarface on.
Scarface he's like so skinny now.
Yeah.
He used to be like a big, like all the album
old.
covers.
How old is he?
I mean, he's been around a minute.
Yeah.
But all his album covers, he's always like a big guy, and then you see him in, like now in interviews, and they call him Brad.
Really?
He's like a skinny guy with glasses.
Yeah, I go by Brad.
Yeah,
now. That's funny.
He's still got the same like gutter voice, so you know it's it. But
yeah, fucking the voice of a man that's killed a few people.
I tried quoting Scarface to my sister the other day. I was like, if you get $12, you put 7 away.
I thought you were going to say, I never seen a man cry till I saw a man die.
I can't talk to my mother, so I talk to my diary.
Yo, I can't hear that line without thinking of Office Space. When he's in traffic. And he's turning the music down when the black guy walks by. I can't talk to him.
No, that line will have you run through a fucking wall.
Oh. That song will. That's just a good album. That's just like about his life, right? Or about...
Well, that's still Ghetto Boys, so it's like the 3 of them. But I know on like Mine Plays Tricks on Me, he writes all the verses and just has them like rap some of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Dropping them motherfucking bees on him.
So I don't know if he did that like often, because then he's the only one that goes on to have like a solo career. So it makes sense that he's like the one just churning out. Cool Keith did that during like the 80s. His group Ultramagnetic MCs. There was like 5 of them. He just wrote everyone's verses for every song.
Really?
Because he had like the MF Doom thing where he'd have like different alter egos and shit. So he ended up doing that anyway, just writing for like different people. Yeah. But he literally started off just like, you say this shit, you say that. I'm gonna come in and say this shit. Like,
damn, that's crazy.
Groups were just like the thing at the time. I guess you couldn't pop as a solo guy. So he's like, you just literally need to rap. Like, you don't need to come up with the shit. No. Like, just sound good.
Hey, I could do that.
Yeah.
But then the issue comes when like you're on like some radio show and they're like, "Yo, freestyle on this beat," and you're like, "I don't I don't rap. That's all.
Hey, Keith.
That's all Brad over
Yeah.
it. Brad, come in here real quick.
Show him what you do.
Show him what you rap for me. Yeah, you know. Do it. He's good.
That boy good.
That boy good. Play
Good
that Black
and
Mamba clip.
terrible. First one.
Yeah, should we put the audio through the headset so we can hear him?
Do we have that wire?
That's right. We do have to do that. Never mind. It's not a big deal.
Because I don't have one that's that to that. I
Yeah.
have one that's like this to a phone.
It's not a big deal. The
It
viewers
would-
don't care.
It would make editing it easier.
Would it?
Yeah. Guess I gotta order that wire.
Was it just a C to C?
Yeah.
You can get that at the 7-Eleven.
Should we go right now?
Guys, we're going to take this pod on the road.
Roadcast.
Ha! The Roadcaster.
We do need an updated version.
Yeah, they got a new one out. Maybe we buy that, and then we'll get some fucking followers.
It's just like if the update was anything else, I probably wouldn't care. But it really is the thing that I liked. You know, like that.
The arrows.
I mean, that is what was missing from this.
Yes. Because how are you going to have different pages of buttons without an ability like to click over?
Unless they assume we have it plugged in to the computer all the time and can slide it on there. But even that's not as convenient.
No,
as
that's
that.
that's ridiculous.
I guess that'd be another good thing about getting that wire, though, for the sound, is that then we
Yeah.
could have the sound
no
board
shit.
pulled up.
You got to log into Facebook.
Well, you have to log into Facebook. Well,
Type in my phone number. 815. You talk. Give me this thing. Give me this fucker.
they want me to talk? Sure.
I'll
I'll talk.
fucking talk.
We got a hell of a card. Default to UFC.
That last card was pretty dope.
Tying the record of 8 knockouts for a UFC card. I think 6 of them were in the first round. Had a first round tap out as well. Had a fucking crazy technical fight. Had a good main event fight. Main event was actually kind of, in comparison, lackluster. On its own, it was still good, but they gave it to Emmett.
Till?
Maybe you tread lightly after last week.
Maybe we
Or
take a
2
break.
weeks ago or whatever. No, Josh Emmett beat Calvin Kattar in a close. It wasn't a robbery by any means, but I did have Kattar winning it. Ray Longo was making the point that Emmett was throwing lots of big explosive shots, but nothing was really getting through clean, whereas Kattar was kind of piecing him up with the jab. He couldn't really miss with it. There's not great criteria, so it's hard to get mad when it's that close, but it is tough when it's like guys that could be fighting for the title with a win.
It's the fake Facebook. I can't hear it.
Does it have no, it's muted on there. Buddy.
Hey, now restart that shit.
How?
I don't fucking know. Here, do this. Sometimes this works. This is crazy that we're doing this on the air. That's fun to say, on the air. Like we're a fucking...
Jesus
Christ.
So still the...
I don't even remember this. You got to bring a black man into this?
I don't understand.
I don't remember that one, to be honest with you. I get a little fucked up and I start doing this shit. What's this one? Oh, this motherfucker's proposing on a boat, and his buddy's supposed to throw him the ring, and he threw it over the boat.
Yeah, I've seen that before. It's dumb as fuck. I don't even feel like, why would you? Yeah, I don't know.
Why does it fucking auto-mute these? Something more up your alley, you could dissect it.
Oh, damn.
Do you know this guy?
Huh?
It says retired pro boxer.
Julius Francis? No. What is happening?
I don't know.
Damn, that dude must have cracked his head on the pavement pretty fucking good.
Dude's fucking out.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
that man is dead. Look at his buddy go walking up.
that shit makes me mad, bro. It's like, what are you walking up to go talk about? Be like, you're not going to fight him because then he's going to do that to you.
Yeah.
So you're going to go up and complain that your buddy was fucking with his place of business that he's security at. What are you going to go talk about? Like, hey, you didn't need to do that. Like,
it's he just punched the other dude.
Why? Because he just fucking assaulted somebody. That's what he gets paid to fucking do. Because that's a place that needs security, and so they hired a guy who knows how to secure shit.
Exactly.
Not our fucking work where they hire a string bean to stand outside and wear a shirt that says security.
And talk about how he has gun training but no gun. Dude, I wish that sign wasn't there.
Yeah, right. Well, it's almost, I mean, you'd see his head fucking bounce, bro.
Yeah. Let's see what this one's about. Is it burning through these shorts?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what you're doing.
I don't either.
The fuck?
Damn, can you imagine hitting a car at 50?
Well, I don't get why he goes into, like, the middle of the two lanes to, like, he did, like, NASCAR shit. Like, he didn't want to let him pass. And it's like, yeah, I don't know what, like, these are supposed, these are just, like, upsetting.
These are very crazy videos.
But there's no, like, there's not even anything to say. It's like, all right, like, there should be less people in the world. Like,
Here, this one will change your mind.
just a white high five to end it.
There's one more. We'll save it for later. You guys want it off the rails. It's getting off the rails.
That was an interesting choice to do that.
That was crazy. See, but now we know. Now we know what doesn't work, what works. We're back.
Definitely couldn't have.
Now we'll cut that out
before.
We'll cut that out.
Like, do you think I'm going and putting all those fucking videos in back to back to back? Ugh. No. That was unideal. I Really need to work on my Australian Chinese character. I keep coming back to that.
Crocodile.
At work, I'll think about that.
Good day, mate. I see there's a big old crocodile.
In the river, the crocodile lurks, is lurking in the river.
The crocodile is working in the river. That's just a Chinese guy, though.
Yeah, my version, he's
Good
like...
day, mate.
He's like dressed as an Australian, but he's not like...
What is being dressed as an Australian?
Safari outfit.
An Asian man in a safari outfit?
He's got an Asian man in a safari outfit, and then when people are like, where are you from? He goes, Australia. And they're like, no, like, I know you live here, but like, where are you from? He's like, I've been born and raised Australian my entire life.
Hello.
Yeah.
I am Australian.
Good day, mate.
Let's put another rim on the Barbie.
Let's put another shrimp on the Barbie. The Mongolian Barbie. I mean, shrimp on the Barbie.
Shrimp barbecue.
I am just a humble Australian man.
I was born in Ridney.
Yeah. It's the L's that go to R.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, L's.
How would you say Melbourne?
Melbourne.
Melbourne.
That would be a tough one. R into B. Melbourne.
I don't think any words go R to B.
Not in English. Maybe in one of the other backwater languages out there. Damn, we didn't even smoke before this. We were under the gun.
I'll smoke right now.
I was kind of thinking we should...
Can we do that on YouTube?
I can change the camera if we take turns. I could just solo one of us.
You take it off the top, Chief. Right off the top ropes. Now the thing's gonna get off the fucking rails.
Nick doesn't like the badger. Man likes his ganja.
Man likes flour. Just put on the table. Fucking launching it.
I'll launch you.
Ugh. No.
Your boy got jelly beans, by the way.
I know.
I was excited to tell Nick that today.
Man got jelly beans. We're not gonna say what the jelly beans are.
They're narco.
They're not. If anybody's got any,
It's my favorite. Other than mushrooms and weed. But also, they are good. They are good, though.
They are good, though. My parents go out of town. I might do mushrooms.
I think my parents are out of town this week also.
Mine are right before New York.
Really?
Yeah. So I might do mushrooms, then step onto the plane. Oh, we also don't have a ride to the airport.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I can always drive and we could park.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
the last case scenario.
When it be at Taste of Chicago?
June 25th to the 30th is when my parents are not home.
Nice.
Yours is more in July.
Yeah. July 9th, catch us at Taste of Chicago.
That you can say, yeah.
That I can say. Get interviewed by the Stoned Apes, Apes in the Street. It's going to be me, Nick. My girlfriend's going to be there.
She'll not going to be there.
Huh?
Nick's not going to be there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Me, Zach. My girlfriend's going to be there. She probably won't be in it. She'll be holding the food on the side.
The producer's going to be there.
Yeah, producer. The producer will be there. And yeah, you know, it's going to be fun. Ask crazy questions, get some good reactions, and, you know, just having a good old time. We might get slapped. Someone's going to fucking scream at us. This is fucking immature. You guys are what's wrong with the internet now and kids these days. You fucking piece of shit.
And the most important thing, getting something good to eat while we're there.
Because we're not all about comedy and bullshit, angering people. We're also about doing drugs.
Yeah, I'm going to show up a little microdosed.
Yeah, I'm going to be a little fucked up.
I'm going to be loose. Come on.
Can you imagine that?
I might.
Do a little shroom. Okay. Loosen up.
Just a little bit to feel like I can connect with humans.
As opposed to...
Making eye contact and wondering if I need to kill this person. If that's where this is headed.
Yeah, maybe you do a little shrooms.
It'd probably be good.
That might be a good idea, yeah, because we're taking the train. I said we're taking the train.
So try to stop me. Yeah, no, that could be
Drink on
good.
the train, you could do shrooms.
You watched a guy smoke a blunt. Which I probably wouldn't try. I'd probably wait till I got off the train. Rolling it on the train makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah.
You step off, light up.
I've seen plenty of people like rolling on the train, which is fine. There's always there's always weed and Swisher casings on the floor of the subway.
Really blew this in a good spot.
Did I? Not good, huh?
Do you want to buy new microphones?
We have been looking to upgrade. No, you know what's funny? When we went downtown, I always say that, I've been saying that when you're on the subway, like on the red line, the doors in between the cars that leave the train, like that fucking leave that car, you're outside in the tunnel and then go into the next car. And there's a big sign that says emergency exit only, do not open, CTA, authorized personnel only. That's only reserved for those people and black guys. And I was telling Christian this, and she was like, "What are you talking about?" And I shit you not, we were standing in the train. The fucking door pops open, like a little light goes on.
Not to say that like a non-black person doesn't do it every once in a while, but it is one of those things where
I've only seen a black guy.
If we're talking, you know,
yeah. And listen, and it was the craziest thing because
not all black people.
One dude popped one. He came in this way. Another dude at the same time popped one on the other side. He came in this way. I then look at Christian with the biggest smile on my face, and I'm like, "This is what I'm fucking saying." They pass each other going through the train. The other one of them like leans over to everybody, and as he's walking by, he's going, "I got weed. I got chronic. I got this. The best weed you've ever smoked. The best of this, and that." And then he walked in the next car. It was fucking crazy.
That's how it should be, though.
Yeah, I was a fan. I like it.
See, like the only thing that makes that guy or what that guy's doing not okay is just that everyone's like perception or like assumption is that he's gonna be like on the dark side of things, where it's like, ooh, maybe he's like malicious,
or he's gonna like unhook the train or some shit,
or like
he's just going to the next car,
or
it's
if
not
he's
a big
selling
deal.
like worse drugs. But if it's just weed, like man should be able to walk down the train and be like, anyone want any weed that I'm selling?
Yeah,
like
I mean, what out of towner wouldn't be like, over here, sir?
Not trying to get fucked up on taxes, you know, buying it at the store.
Yeah, like what are you selling? That looks decent.
Like you go anywhere else, like there's like all the street markets and stuff where people are selling food and stuff and clothes and jewelry. It's like, yeah, weed.
Why can't this man sell his weed on the corner?
And again, like that's something where, yeah, shit should be regulated, but it's like, but that's what you're paying the taxes for. Like if that's what you care about, then go to the store. That's an option too.
If you're looking for the strain specific and the fucking,
you need your Cronuts caps or whatever, but it's like, I'm trying to get high to sleep tonight. I'm in town for business or whatever.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Hey Jamal, what are you selling?
Wouldn't that be perfect?
Yeah, that'd be fucking brilliant. Are we buying weed from the food trucks in New York?
Maybe. I mean,
some guy came in and he was like, to work, and he was like, "Dude, I was just in New York. They're selling it out of food trucks. I saw that. Did you buy some?" He said, "Yeah, it wasn't bad."
Maybe we talk to him on camera, and then maybe we'll
we interview one of those people handing out the weed. Because
they're already
like, "You guys smoke weed?" And it's like, "Yeah, right now."
Well, they're hollering at us, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like they'd be an easy person to talk to, because it's like they're trying to talk to. It's like, all right, bitch, like, how much
talk.
Is this worth to you? You know,
let's
like,
talk.
I'll buy a fucking gram at the end of this if you say some wild shit.
Is this legal?
Yeah,
that would be funny.
She's like, and what are you guys filming for? Be like, listen, we're on CNN.gov.
Whatever you're saying is gonna be great.
Yeah.
No, it would be funny to like interview like the dudes just posted up with like the short like folding tables selling weed.
That could get dicier.
You think so?
With a camera.
With a camera?
I think that's more. If we walked up as two dudes talking to him, it'd be fine. But when we have a camera, it's like.
But if we walked up and was like, "Yo, dude, you want to get interviewed for New York.net life bullshit?"
Yeah, I don't think he wants to talk about selling drugs to.
Maybe. He might. He has a mask on. We'll blur his voice.
Well,
blur
he did
his
at
voice.
that point. I don't know if he still will.
That's true.
It was also cold then, so it was like no one was really.
Where do you stand on the masks?
I stand with science, Mark, and that they don't work.
Do you think COVID was a myth? Would be a good one. That's a good question. I'm gonna write that down.
It's a dangerous question.
Get ready for that one.
See that, but this is where we go down the path of just upsetting people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but no. But I mean, but like there's people at both ends of the spectrum that are gonna be like, no, what are you talking about? And it's like, all right, well, I'm not getting shit with you. And then you get the person who's like, oh, you're damn right. If Trump was still elected.
I don't know. Yeah, but like when you say,
I'm gonna write it down.
Do you think it was a myth or whatever? Like
it can also be reworded. I mean, it doesn't need to be myth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to say things neutral, because if you say it like that, the person who thinks that it's super real automatically is now against you. Like you have the person who does think it's a myth on your side, but you're immediately like divided. If you say it neutral, then you can just agree with whatever the person fires back with. We gotta be on our verbal jiu-jitsu shit.
Yeah, but I think we're just catering to the people who that question's for, and if we don't get that person, it's like, all right, fuck off. I need another one. Next.
No, but then it's like you said, we just got to have another avenue then for that person. Like, what's the route we take you on now?
I see. No, okay, yeah.
It's like a little Mad Lib type thing.
Yeah.
Where it's got to be, depending on what they fill in the blank with, our like format changes to the next script.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice. You want to watch Biden fall off a bike?
Yeah. You know what's cool about... we saw this yesterday and we're like, we should probably hold off on watching this.
I didn't watch it.
Same.
Oh, nice.
But it's just funny that it's like... This was
I don't know how he falls. Like, I don't know if he flips over the handlebars. I don't know if he just stops and then tumbles over. I don't know if he just trips getting off the bike.
But I just love that this is like the news that we're like, save that.
Save that. This is hot takes.
Not whatever press conference thing, but it's like,
I don't...
falls off bike. I don't know what I was hoping the headline would be, but it's a little flat for me. I would have liked something with some pizzazz.
Yeah. I'm Joe Biden, and I forgot this message.
Flyin Biden was flying over the handlebar. The dude I went to the gym with,
Air
was like
Biden.
Air Biden would be good. Air Bud. Air Jordan. It's almost the same.
Biden riding.
Yeah, what are they doing?
Riding Biden. Biden riding a...
I was hoping it was going to be like President Biden takes a spill or something. Not just falls off bike. I can't wait to where they're going to be like, and this road needs to be repaved. It definitely wasn't that he forgot how to fucking ride a bike at 90-something. They were like, goddamn pothole.
Why is the man on a bike?
Seems unnecessary.
Yeah.
Why isn't he behind a desk making things happen?
The anticipation's killing me. You got to play this.
Damn.
Damn, he took a tumble.
Some fucking idiot goes, I cheered when he got back to his feet.
He's not dead.
Did you hear that? I don't know if they said who it was, but like...
Let's replay it. Yeah. dismounting. He wasn't even
got caught on the pedal.
He wasn't even getting off. He was just standing there, and he like didn't realize that when bikes stop, they fucking fall.
Man was just trying to enjoy his home state for the last time.
That's crazy. I can't wait for the edits of him falling off the bike and then falling down the stairs.
Yeah. I just love how that was like part of the news coverage.
Yeah.
She goes, one person said that they started to applaud when he stood back up. It's like, why does that matter? What the fuck?
Yeah. He fell. He should be laughing.
That's how you know he's too old.
Has any other president fallen more than him? I know, like, Taft apparently got stuck, like, in a bathtub.
But yeah, but it was also cool to be fat then.
Yeah, he was just a fat fuck.
Yeah.
Has any other presidents, like, fallen publicly this many times? Like, he's on 2, right?
The
Getting
stairs
lost.
one was great.
Dude, the one, there was one who was, like, he got off the helicopter, was walking, Secret Service is like, all right, go this way, sir. He just walks past him and is then off camera, roaming the lawn, fucking lost. Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
He's getting lost in his own house. You have people telling you where to go.
I think people on the far left, like, don't realize that they create people on the right with how far left they are.
Yeah. No, yeah. Like, I don't give a shit. I know you don't give a shit. But
like,
I mean, it's at this point, it's like, oh, that's the left? I'm going to be over here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they go so far the one way that it drags us as the middle to all of a sudden being like, I guess compared to you, yes, I would be the right. But, like, in my head, I'm still the middle. But, like,
in my head, I still don't give a shit whether, like, who's in there.
But when they're going to argue that one guy's the worst ever and this guy's the best, then it's like,
is he?
The one guy's a dick to talk to, and the other guy's a fucking weirdo.
A senile old man.
Like, neither of them's great, but the fact that you're saying one's evil and one's a fucking hero, you know, like, makes me want to not associate with your side of the things.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Can you imagine Secret Service, though? How on edge they must be when he's, like, getting off a helicopter and like, fuck, all right, we rehearsed this 7 times. He has to know now. He's done this 30 times.
They also have to be like fucking nurses at this point. You know how shitty it'd be to like Secret Service?
Yeah.
You think like you're just gonna be on your James Bond shit and you're basically like a rest home worker. You're just like putting a blanket around this man.
Yes, Mr. Bot. Yes, please, this way, please, Mr.
Shepherding him
please.
around.
No, over here. Do you need help? Hey, holding on an arm for it to like.
So for someone that's not your grandpa, you know, it's one thing if like it's your family, you do that, but like just a fucking man who maybe you don't even agree with his politics, and you're like, yep. Hold on. You thought Trump was a shoo-in for a second term. You became Secret Service.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're like lower ranks like during Trump's term, and you're like, fuck, if I could just be with this guy, this would be hilarious.
What's that place they go? Monaco or
no? Monaco's the race. Yeah. What? It's like West Point or whatever. No, that's for
the golf course he lives on or whatever.
Oh,
something.
Yeah, it's fucking. It starts with an M,
right?
Montego?
No,
Montego
island.
Bay.
Yeah,
no, that's in Jamaica. Look,
Trump and
Florida. It's in Florida.
Florida
home.
Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, just thinking like, man, I'm gonna be with Trump at Mar-a-Lago in like 2 years. He's a shoo-in to get reelected.
You got some brews with the boys.
Yeah, you're fucking studying your ass off. You're like acing all these tests. You're not talking to your family. You get in there and it's like
he's telling all his boys, he's like, this time next year, I'm gonna be drinking with the Prez at Mar-a-Lago. I'm gonna be in his ear telling him,
gun. It's also funny to think that like the Secret Service is drinking with the president. They're definitely not.
No, I'm saying he's drinking with his boys, talking about like the plan.
Oh
like,
yeah,
a year from now,
I'm gonna be chilling with Trump at Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, he's like, and you got to remember, like after these 4 years, I'm with him for life. After that, like
that's it.
And then By the slimmest of margins.
By the slimmest of margins.
Nevada was pretty questionable, if I remember right.
And a rigged election.
Nevada was pretty questionable, if I remember right.
A couple of those states came in a little late. Hey, we found these 20,000 extra votes. Hey, I don't care who won. I'm not on either side. I'm just saying.
I don't think that there was more fraud in this election than the other one.
No.
I assume everyone has some degree of fuckery.
Yeah, but I mean, this one was a little more blatantly obvious.
I was also paying
There was definitely
attention to it.
there was definitely some fraud with the Bush
Gore, Florida.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't get the mail-in shit. Like I remember Haley, who's obviously like super lefty, talking about like I just mailed in my ballot, and it's like, so you care that much where you talk like you let things devastate your day in a press conference that will never actually affect you. You walk around like now my fibro's acting up because of what Trump said.
Yeah.
A mean thing.
But you couldn't get off your ass to go to a booth
and actually fucking vote.
Yeah.
Like you mailed it in, and then you're gonna be like, I don't know what people are talking about. Voter fraud. It's like you sent it through the fucking post office. Like the same guy that like is worse than the Amazon employee who gets you your stuff. The same guy who's like got a government job because he couldn't do anything the fuck else, and he just does like that's who's handling your fucking ballot. And who a fucking crisp Lincoln in his pocket probably makes him throw a bag out the fucking
wing
in the fucking furnace room.
Well, that's what they were saying in that documentary, The Great Hack. Did you watch that on Netflix?
No.
So they were saying it's about this group called Cambridge Analytica that is no longer in business, but they were collecting. It's a company in like England. They were collecting all these data points through like Facebook and shit, and they had like all these data points on everybody in like the U.S. They had like 4,000 data points per person.
Mm-hmm.
And that then categorizes you into like Republican, Democrat on the line to where it's like they could see what houses, what counties, and what things need like specific ads and shit. And where it's like, oh, in your on your Facebook feed, it's saying that you're on the line, so we're gonna throw you a bunch of like left wing stuff to like hopefully skew you that way.
I do believe that shit, and like with all the Russia stuff they were saying, those troll farms, where it's like, because it does feel fake to a point where you're like, obviously I'm not like in amongst people all the time, but it's like, when I hear that shit online, like that doesn't feel like real life. Like, you find like a couple weirdos here and there that are on the extreme, but like the average person never feels like that being the vibe from online.
But then it makes you wonder, like, okay, since now they have what counties and what areas are left or right or whatever, each mailman is for that specific area. And if people are mailing in ballots, then it's like, who's to say like they're not just being like, oh, here's an extra bonus. How about you throw out all those ballots from that district or that area that's like, say like that area's left wing,
and not to say that
we want this right wing guy to be in there.
And it's probably not literally like the mailman, but like
no, it's probably like further up.
The post office is the government, so like you get to some level of it where it's like, all right, now it's just like a government guy. It's not like Joe who gives you your mail.
And who knows if that's what's happening? But I'm just saying, like, shit adds up to a point where it's like, oh, okay, so now you like
the
if
post
I'm
office
mailing,
is the one untouched realm of the government. Like, no, it's fucking another extension of
or where it's like, okay, this whole area is voting. This whole area is like super liberal. We want this Republican guy to be in there. All right, we're gonna throw their shit off to the side.
And if you are targeting like the districts and stuff that are super close, and it's like you don't need to make bags disappear. It's like, oh, like I need to make like 5 votes disappear, and then like this guy wins this district.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's as if I threw away everyone's.
If this county didn't vote, then it's like, oh, okay, this guy gets in. If this county, no, it's fucking interesting. But and then they were saying in that one where it's like all these like movements online, like the Blue Lives Matter versus Black Lives Matter, like this versus that, this versus that. That was all they're saying. Like this all gets like traced back to like Russia and China, like starting these accounts and like starting all this propaganda and then shipping that shit over to the U.S. to hopefully like.
I feel like that's why when
to like cripple a culture or whatever, or like no to like divide people to then like
I think we did that to countries and like that's like
100%
from our playbook, so you can't even get mad at it. But it's like Yeah, it literally is what it feels. And again, like, yeah, there's people who are and there's dumb people too that just believe that shit. But that's almost why they can't defend their arguments. It's because it's not their argument and it doesn't really make sense. They have like those 1-2 talking points that they just yell at each other, but then they can't go anywhere because it's like, well, I didn't actually like think this up myself. I saw like a meme that I was like, that's right.
But then it makes you wonder where it's like, okay, if China and Russia are sending all this shit over to hopefully like divide a nation, to like divide and conquer and shit, where it's like, all right, well then the other side of the spectrum is like, you got Republican, Democrat. What's above that? Like there's got to be like the fucking, or like the cabal or whatever the fuck they say about that shit. But it's like whatever's above that pulling the strings on the Republican and Democrat, they want the shit divided, because if you divide a nation, they're just easily conquerable because they're fucking fighting about this part and they don't even know about the shit that's up here.
If we aren't fighting, then we start talking about all the things we agree upon.
Exactly.
And how a lot of that shit is about the government, and then the government all of a sudden is like, ooh.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, oh, so it's like,
people forget the literal point of the government is for us. Like, it's not they control us and we're like subjugated to. They're not a fucking kingdom. No. Like, their job is to facilitate the changes that the people ask for. Yeah. That's what Louis was talking about. We the people, for the people. Fucking Louis had a great point where he was like, that's what the president is. Like, you're not a ruler, you're presiding.
Yeah.
That's what a president, you're not the king.
That guy.
You're presiding. You're there to, like, keep things moving, make sure, like, this is working. Like, you're not hammer, you know.
You're not a dictator.
Yeah, you're not a iron fist.
No, I don't know. It's just fucking. And then it makes you wonder, like, who is pulling the strings up top?
Well, it's like the deep state, at least. Right? Even if we don't go to full-blown cabal, there's at least the deep state.
Yeah.
Where it's
like, okay, so now.
Obama said there was that book that he only got to see like a third of or whatever.
Really?
Obama straight up said, like, there's a fucking, like, binder or book that, like, I don't know if it was divided by, like, levels of clearance or if it was, like...
But the president of the United States had a lower clearance than whoever the fuck
You get to see, like, the first third of it, he said. He's like, the rest was, like... I don't know. I should probably look shit like that up before. Yeah. But it was something like that, yeah.
That's fucking crazy. It's like, all right, now what's in that? Is that what's above his head?
But it also would be dumb to think that that's not it, where it's like...
Well, yeah,
that the president would take over every 4. It's like, yeah, of course, people need to be like connecting the dots from president to president, but like, then who's in that guy's pockets?
Yeah, but then it's like, okay, so we vote on the president. If he doesn't have access to all the information, how come we're not voting on the guy above him? Like, what's?
That's what I don't think people get, like, about Trump, is, like, that's what the allure was it's not anything to do with him. It was the fact that he wasn't one of them. That's all. That's what the allure was for a lot of people.
That was the whole thing.
It wasn't like, wow, I agree with a lot of the crazy shit he says. It's like, no, it was just, you know, those people are bullshitting you when they tell you what you want to hear, because nothing ever happens.
He's a fucking lunatic. He's just saying it on stage how it is.
We were hoping he might have just looked further into that fucking book is all. Like,
or if he would have been like this, hey, yo, by the way, there are aliens, or this shit is happening over here. Boom. Leave it.
That's all anyone was, like, going for. No one thought he was going to, like, fucking redo healthcare. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not doing that shit. I mean, he might, but I don't.
If he had 8 years. Yeah. If he wasn't wrong.
Well, that's what this whole thing is now with the him on trial and shit. Because if they pin him with a felony, he can't be president.
That's so annoying. Didn't they fail this already?
Well, they tried to impeach him.
But why is there no consequence? That was another good Louis point. Why is there no consequence for, like, failing to impeach someone? Like the person who accused, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so now we spent all that fucking money and time. On this shit.
When this thing, for the people, could have been fixed.
Yeah.
But no, we're working on trying to get this asshole out, who's already going to be out in 4 years.
That half the people did vote for, and your half can't fucking wrap your head around. But it's so, because literally now the same thing's happening for this 4 years, and no one's impeaching Biden or anything for being too fucking old. It's like, you guys got the fucking extra, like, that's how a vote works.
Yeah, that's how that happens. You're gonna sit there with your thumb up your ass for 4 years, and then you get to vote again. And then we get to have the same argument, and then the same argument happens for the next 4 years, and then you sit there with your thumb up your ass, and you go, my guy's not in there.
And
I'm
then
upset.
nothing ever fucking happens because the guy at the top can't do shit because the House or whatever will be, if he's Republican, then the House is controlled by Democrat.
You want to do that? That doesn't fly with my side.
And then everyone's owned by a fucking corporation, so they get their goddamn call in the morning like, what are we voting for?
We're voting for this.
That's a no from us, boss. Like,
listen here, Nestle said no to the free water.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Nestle's owning all the water. Pringles has this stock and what?
Right.
It's just fucking, I don't know. It's fucking crazy. And then, like, for these people to have, for people in the world to have such strong opinions about it, to where it's like in reality, your vote probably doesn't mean dick.
That's what I mean. Like, we understand that we don't know, so it's like, how worked up can we get about it? You know? Whereas these people think like, if I just bitch and moan loud enough and get my guy in office, then he'll fix all my stuff. And it's like how are you 60 years old and you don't realize that it's like never happened?
It's like that bitch that like stopped Biden's like motorcade and then got tackled and was mad about it. Well, it's like, all right, bitch. Well, you're fucking screaming at this dude who can't change anything. Probably can't even. He doesn't even know what you're saying. It's probably just it's probably a decoy car, to be honest with you.
I mean, that's upsetting just in like the not correlating that there's going to be a fucking consequence to the thing you're doing. I mean, that like entitled shit drives me nuts, but just that like grown ass people will think like they spent their entire life like, has there ever been a time you voted for your the president you wanted and they got in, and then like they made the changes they talked about and like your life was different in any way? So why at like a grown ass age people are still like, I just need to get this person in? And it's like, to do what? Like
the same shit as last year?
To have bragging rights? Is that like the Cubs beating the Sox? Like you just got one for the rest of the year? You know?
Woo!
Fucking
my side
useless.
won.
Yeah.
No, it's fucking crazy.
But you'd be pissed if the other side did that to you, so you shouldn't go do that to them. Like, it's just...
Yeah. No, it's just a fucking...
It's ugly.
It's a vicious cycle of stupidity. I got to do more research on the deep state.
Watch Vice again.
Well,
basically.
That movie is just tremendous.
I might throw that on.
It's on Netflix now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I thought Hulu made it.
I think so, but for some reason Netflix has the rights to it now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. I don't get how any of that shit works. There'll be like HBO exclusives that are like, all right, now we're on Netflix. And it's like, well, how the fuck did that happen?
That one time they took fucking Harry Potter off HBO to put it on Peacock for like a week and then brought it back to HBO.
Oh, that's when you borrowed my discs.
Yeah, I had to at first.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck?
That's crazy. But no, Vice, that shit just like, that literally just shows you what the deep state is, where it's like, oh, so this dude...
And that's just based on stuff they know about. They didn't really speculate.
No.
You know?
No, yeah. I mean, and like legit in that movie, like if they didn't know something, they literally just cut out the audio and was like, we don't know exactly what happened here, so we're not going to fucking bullshit you. We assume this happened, but we can't say.
Where it's like, all right, so if that's what we know, imagine the shit that they keep covered up.
Just how Cheney was like working his way in the background of the government all the way up, and then it's like, it's crazy. But then it goes back to the same thing where it's like he owned, what was that? What was his corporation?
The guys that go and like rebuild places after the war. Halliburton.
Halliburton, that's right. Yeah, he owned that company. So it's like, it goes back to the thing we were saying where it's like companies rule all this shit. And it's like, okay, this dude. It's
literally like the mob. Like you pay someone to go throw a brick through a window and then your fucking window company shows up the next day and like, hey.
How you doing? Yeah.
It's literally that, but with bombs.
Yeah.
And countries.
It's crazy. And I think as VP, because I know as president, you have to step away from your companies.
But wasn't that his thing?
I think that was it, where it's like, I'm not going to be president. I'm not stepping away from this. But I'll be your VP, and I'll be VP and president. That's fine. You could be the face, Bush.
He can go read fucking children's books to people and
Yeah.
dodge shoes at press conferences.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, it's so. Just when they showed that fucking all the oil fields in Iraq pre-sold, where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, like they haven't even invaded yet, and they already
and
have
the
it,
soldiers guarding those.
and they already have it mapped out to where it's like, okay, we get this land, which we're gonna, America, number one, which we're gonna grab that. It's like we could sell this to Exxon for this amount, we could sell this to BP for this amount.
I gotta send you that YouTube channel still, but that one guy that like breaks things down, he broke one thing down of just like how the Saudi oil families operate and how they have all that money.
I like that.
Yeah.
They're probably the richest people.
Dude, it's so crazy.
The Sauds?
Yes, they are. I think they're the only people who are trillionaires.
Yeah, and they don't have to disclose their wealth.
No.
Which is crazy. So that's
and it's like old and new money,
Yeah.
which is scary.
Yeah, where it's like, oh, your old money is probably just gold and
I was going to say like
jewels and
artifacts. And,
jewels and shit, yeah.
Rubies and fuck.
Yeah,
you have
where
like a treasure room.
Yeah, exactly. Where I think of like Aladdin.
But then also like got that oil money coming in.
Where it's
we
like,
got,
okay.
We got liquid cash too.
Now we have just legit money, so I can go buy a Boeing and fucking refurbish that thing. You ever see that shit? Bro, they fucking, people, like billionaires out here buy planes, like the private jets and shit. Bro, they buy like the biggest Boeings you can buy and just redo them, 2-floor fucking jets. They fly those around.
No one knows who they are.
No idea. It's like, oh, that's the prince of Saudi Arabia. It's like, oh, no shit.
In Bach, they just announced Tyson Fury versus who's old boy? Cruiserweight. Alexander Usyk.
Okay.
And in boxing, I don't know how it works, but like, different places like put their bid in, I guess, to host it, to be able to like make the ticket sales or whatever. Like I said, I don't really understand how it works, but sometimes the Saudis want a fight to happen for them, so they just pay it.
And then like they're like, how much money you need?
But so I don't think like the ticket sales are as good.
No.
But like
they just want it in Saudi Arabia.
But they don't want to have to travel to see the fight, so they bring the like. I don't know.
Isn't that crazy to think about? Where you could just
I can't describe it good enough to like put it into magnitude. The term of like
it's basically
it's an event. Yeah, it's a heavyweight championship of the world. Like to bring it to you.
Yeah, and it's also like you have all these other countries throwing probably millions of dollars at it.
Dude,
being like, no, I want it in France. No, I want it in the UK. I want it here. I want it in Australia. I want it here. Where it's like,
and Tyson Fury's Gypsy King, so anywhere in Europe, he's pretty much going to have, or Western Europe, he's going to have fans. And then Alexander Usyk's Ukrainian, so that's Eastern Europe. So if you fucking just put that thing somewhere like Germany, like, middle of Europe,
boom,
it'd be massive. And Saudis were like, I'd like to watch that.
Hey, name your price. Yeah. Here's a blank check. Write whatever you want, Dana.
Oh, Dana wishes he could get in over there. That's why I bought that fucking island. Just trying to get closer. You ever hear any of that about like WWE guys?
No.
Because I guess a lot of the Saudi guys like that, so they'll have them come over and do private shows like at the palace.
What's his face?
Russell Peters did that too. As
that
a comedian.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's fucking.
He said it was really chill. Like the guy kept messing with him, like about like cutting heads off and stuff, and he's like, just get like.
That was the one where he was like, yeah, my brother's Osama. It's like, what? No. His friend knew Osama's brother or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, you want his phone number?
And they like pranked him at the airport, right?
I think so. I can't remember. I have to rewatch that one.
That makes me happy that like someone that rich would have like a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
I feel like a good sense of humor is a good barometer of like, oh, you're like a real person. Like
you're a normal dude. Yeah.
The less funny you have, the more like detached you almost have to be, or like maybe not sociopathic, but like I feel like comedy is one like lane I very kind of like get on with people. I miss a lot. I misfire on a lot of other things, but like funny is funny. Like like that Cho guy who was with the Hazda tribe, and he's like, these guys are making fart jokes, and it's like. Yeah, that's like some human shit.
That's
like
some just
funny's funny.
You don't have TV, you don't have cable, you don't have fucking internet, you don't have a phone. Fart jokes.
Funny is funny.
Always funny. No, that's good.
You gotta head out, boy.
Let's just check the traffic. And we're going to see where we're at. Yeah, I got to go.
Yeah.
You guys wanted off the rails. You got off the rails. We started talking about the deep state.
I was going to say, it was only a matter of time before I got to...
Conspiracy.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I'll tell you what, though. If you guys like this shit, maybe we chop it up like we did the other video. Condense it. I don't know.
See how we're doing on time.
Yeah, we'll figure some shit out. I don't know. We'll see where we're at.
You've always got jelly beans, so who knows?
Hey. Be incapacitated by noon.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
try to get some day out of this day before we...
Yeah. Good night.
Later.
But I'll tell you what. You fuckers like, subscribe. We'll be back next week. Taste of Chicago. We'll be there. The 9th. Look out for us. We'll be handing out stickers and bullshit.
Stickers.
We got stickers. I'm making stickers. What are we going to do? TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. We got now fucking the Clip channel. Do all the shit. You know, I got the link tree in every single bio known to man. And like always, you fuckers take care. We'll see you next week.
Yes.